What's up, y'all? My name is Philosopher, the monotone magic player, and today I'm going to be bringing you the mono white life gain deck list that got me to Mythic. But before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's already subscribed to the channel, who's been watching the recent videos. The channel has exploded over the last couple weeks, and I couldn't thank y'all enough. So thank y'all so much for the support. And don't forget, we're going to be doing a giveaway at 50 subscribers, so try to hit that goal. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll have more details on the giveaway in a later video. So anyways, let's get into the deck list. I'm going to go through all the cards real quick and the number of copies, and then I'm going to talk about the interactions and key pieces and stuff like that. So we have 4 copies of Alseid of Life's Bounty, 4 copies of Healer's Hawk, 4 Leonin Vanguards, 4 Soul Wardens. We have 4 Ajani's Pridemates, 4 Hallowed Priests, which is just a worse Ajani's Pridemate, 3 copies of Daxos Blessed by the Sun, 3 copies of Heliod Sun Crown, 4 Linden the Steadfast Queen, and then at our top end we have 3 Conclave Tribunals and 2 Ajani Strength of the Pride, with 21 lands, 19 plains, 2 Castle Ardenvales. I do have a sideboard here that I'm just going to leave up. These are cards that I took out for various reasons while playing the deck. If you want to test them out for yourself, feel free. These are some other good options, but I'm going to talk about this side of the deck list. If you want to explore these on your own, feel free. So basically the deck revolves around trying to gain as much life as possible in small increments to basically combine with Ajani's Pridemate, Hallowed Priest, and Heliod Sun Crown. Ajani's Pridemate and Hallowed Priest have the same effect, which basically says whenever you gain a life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So those can become very big threats. Those are our main threats in the deck. Heliod the Sun Crown has a similar effect where whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment. So this card allows us to make threats of all of our other cards. If we don't have an Ajani's Pridemate but we have Heliod, make your Healer's Hawk a massive flyer. If you want to avoid things like a Massacre Worm or whatever, you can make your Soul Warden higher than a 1/1, things like that. And this really is like one of the key pieces. It can kind of pop off all by itself. So the whole deck revolves around gaining life. How do we gain life? We do have a Healer's Hawk, like I mentioned, a flying lifelink 1/1. It's a little bit evasive, so it makes it easy to just ping for one and get the lifelink trigger. And like I said, with Heliod, we can make it bigger. Leonin Vanguard is a 1-cost 1/1 that says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 3 or more creatures, Leonin Vanguard gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and you gain 1 life. So this is a nice way that even if we're not playing cards that will gain us life, like they don't have, we don't have creatures ETBing, that basically says every combat we're guaranteed to gain 1 life. So it's just nice consistency. And then we have a Soul Warden, which is a 1/1 that says whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Now this is symmetrical, so this means whenever our opponent's creatures enter or our creatures enter, we gain the life. So if we're playing another aggro deck or token deck like goblins or elves or something like that, we gain a ton of life off that, which will help make these bigger or help trigger Heliod. We also have Daxos Blessed by the Sun, who's a 2-cost 2, and then his toughness is equal to the devotion white, so that fluctuates. And it says whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. The death trigger sometimes does come in handy if I want to get a Healer's Hawk ping of a lifelink to try to grow one of these, and I know it's gonna die, but hey, it's gonna gain me an extra life anyways. So, or if I need a block, it can be very good. Then we have the 4 copies of Linden the Steadfast Queen. She's a 3-cost 3/3 with Vigilance, and she says whenever a white creature attacks, which we only have white creatures, you gain 1 life. So this one's really nice because if you pair it with, again, the Ajani's Pridemates or the Heliod, whenever we send anything, those are multiple instances of life gain, and it triggers Heliod and Ajani's Pridemate multiple times. Then at our top end, we have 3 copies of Conclave Tribunal to interact with things that we usually wouldn't be able to interact with, such as enchantments, artifacts, possibly planeswalkers if maybe they have a big blocker, or even a creature that might be problematic like a Gargaroth or a Death Touch creature, something along those lines, or maybe a flyer. And I chose this over Banishing Light, which is in the sideboard, only because I think Conclave Tribunal is a little bit more flexible because I can tap things that I maybe don't really care about, like a Healer's Hawk or a Leonin Vanguard to help pay the mana cost. And then the last card at the top end is Ajani, Strength of the Pride, a 4-cost planeswalker that comes in with 5 loyalty. The +1, you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control. That part we don't really use. It sometimes comes in handy whenever, you know, maybe we've been paying for a lot of life, we got off to a slow start, but usually you want to use it for the -2 or the 0. The -2 says create a 2/2 white cat soldier creature token named Ajani's Pridemate. Sorry, Umber, you gotta move, baby girl. With whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Ajani's Pridemate. So basically you just create another Ajani's Pridemate. So this is nice because it again creates another big threat over time. And then the 0 says if you have at least 15 life more than your starting life total, which in Arena is going to be 35, exile Ajani, Strength of the Pride, and each artifact and creature your opponents control. So if we're kind of in a stalemate, you know, we're playing creatures, they're playing creatures, we can't get through each other. If you draw an Ajani and you have a high life total, you can just exile their whole field of creatures and artifacts. It does not get enchantments, it does not get planeswalkers, but it basically means that you get to swing for free, and usually that's a game ender. And then the very, very last card that we have is Alseid of Life's Bounty. This card is slept on in a few decks that I've seen because it's a 1-cost 1/1 with lifelink, and the activate or like the ability is pay 1 mana, sacrifice it, so it does die unfortunately, but target creature or enchantment you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. So this is really nice. Another one that's kind of similar is like Selfless Savior, because it allows us to protect our creatures. If they're trying to target an Ajani's Pridemate with an Eliminate or a Heartless Act, anything like that, a Brazen Borrower, we can protect it with Alseid. Or if we're playing in, if we're playing and we need to get our Pridemate through for damage and they have blockers because it doesn't have trample, then we can sacrifice Alseid to give this protection, name a color of the creature that they have, and it basically can't be blocked and we get to do the damage for free. I believe that is everything in the deck list. Like I said, Legion's Landing, Saracen, and Speaker of the Heavens, all these. Those are cards that you may want to try out for yourself, see how they feel, because my deck list is not the definitive deck list. It's just what worked for me and what I enjoyed playing, but to each their own. So thank you all for checking out the video. Remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. Leave a comment if you can. Maybe tell me a deck that you want to see me play in the future. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, don't forget about the giveaway. 50 subs is what we need to hit by the time Zendikar Rising comes out, and then I'll have a giveaway for some packs. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. All right, into game 1 versus Bob Bill, who has a number mythic, number 438. That's a little bit scary. But we do go first, and with Soul Warden and Hollowed Priest in hand, seems pretty solid. Unsure what they're playing. People with no sleeves and like no companion. Very, very hard to tell what they're playing. Okay, they drop a swamp. We're actually gonna drop the Pridemate first because it's more of a threat. Because Pridemate starts at 2/2, Hollowed Priest starts at 1/1. So it's 1 extra damage, which sometimes does matter. The good thing about +1/+1 counters is it kind of counteracts the Heartless Act that they may have, because they would have to remove the counters before they kill the creature. Because that's usually a black removal spell that they play. Okay, they play Priest. Lucky for us, they don't have any creatures to sacrifice though. Ooh, Linden is very, very... I think what we do is we drop a Priest and a Hawk, and then we'll drop Linden next turn so that we can grow those things. Yeah, I think that sounds good. So they're going to take a bit of a bopping this turn. They're going to take 6. Because I don't think that they're going to... Yeah, no chance that they block with the Priest. So this is probably going to be like... Oh, okay, never mind. Good game. I thought they were going to play like a Woe Strider and try to make me drop something. Alright, well. Great start to the video. 1 win. On to the next one. Alright, we got game 2 against Citrons. Citrons. Another very, very good opening hand. Even stronger because we have Heliod. This is a very good opening hand. Alright, let's see if we can make it 2 for 2. They did mulligan down to 6. Let's see what they're playing. Okay. So right now, Azorius something. We'll drop the priest. The only thing that could really hurt us in this matchup is a I mean any sweeper effect, Wrath of God or Shatter the Sky. Okay, good game. 2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2. We're only like 2 minutes into the video and we're already down 2 games, or I mean up 2 games. We've won twice. Let's keep it going. Game 3 versus Liquid. Let's see what they have for us. Another very, very good opening hand. Anything that starts with Soul Warden and then like a Pridemate or a Priest on 2 is very good. And then if you add a Heliod or a Linden something on 3, you're going to be very, very hard to beat. Unless they're running early removal. Ooh, Linden too. I think we just get Priest down and then we'll actually probably do Linden. I shouldn't have attacked there because they might have flashed in like a Spectral Sailor depending on what they're playing. Okay, Search for Azcanta comes down. So we're going to drop Linden because Linden is a creature, so it triggers Soul Warden, which makes this bigger. When both of these attack, it will make the Hallowed Priest even bigger. And then when we play Heliod on the next turn, that'll count as a creature entering the battlefield, which will trigger Soul Warden again. And Linden will be able to attack. So it gets us, I think it gets us more damage than if we were to do it the other way around. So we attack here, we get the 2 triggers. It makes it a 5-5 instead of, it would have just been a 2-2 if we would have played Heliod. They drop a Murderous Rider. Makes me think that they have a Murderous Rider in hand. We will play the Heliod. This might be a counter. Okay, it's allowed to hit the board. I think we have lethal here if they don't have anything. So I'm trying to spread my threats out, so if they do have some sort of kill effect, then yeah, see, like that. So they did have a Murderous Rider in hand. So we still get through for 8. And then we make them deal with our board. Or else we'll just win next turn. Okay, tapped land. So no Languish, which is good. Murderous Rider that does have lifelink. Okay, good game. 3 for 3. What, like 5 minutes into the video? I'm telling you, this is so strong. This deck is crazy. When it works well, it's crazy. There are things that completely shut it down, like the mono red prowess deck, where they're just casting shocks and all that with their Soul Scar mages. Those matchups are pretty hard, but as of right now, we're doing pretty well. Okay. Oh, we're against Citrons again. They were playing the Azorius stuff, I believe. So this hand's not as good because we don't have the Soul Warden, but Healer's Hawk will be good enough, pretty decent evasion, and then the Pridemate on 2. Alright, so our opponent went first, which does kind of hurt us a lot, actually. Okay, Castle Vantress. I could see this being like a quench, but let's see. Yeah, I might play Healer's Hawk and Alsades and then try a Johnny's on the next turn. No, let's see if they have anything in hand. Because it could just be a draw spell. Alright. This could be a Spectral Sailor. To block. Oh, it's a Brazen Borrower. Okay. Of course it's a Brazen Borrower. Anybody who plays that card, like, you're the worst type of person. Wow, they cycled for 0. So they're... Okay, so they don't have any mana in hand. Do I drop Linden? Or do I drop Healer's Hawk and Priest? I think I drop Healer's Hawk, Priest, next turn go Linden, so that way the Priest will grow from the effects as well, instead of just Arajani's Pridemate. And then when it grows, it'll also be able to attack next turn. Let's see if they got a land. They did. Okay, now they might flash in their Brazen Borrower. Or they could have a counter spell. I think we need to force the counter with Linden. We don't really have much else in our hand, but... Okay. Good game. Is that 4? Is that 4 games? Climbing up to 97% Mythic. You know, I wasn't sure how this deck would do once we actually hit Mythic, because I had a hard time grinding from like Diamond 1 into Mythic. I would go up into Diamond 1, drop down into Diamond 2, go back up, go back down. But now that we're in Mythic, we are literally undefeated, because this was my first game in Mythic at the beginning of the video. It's Herald, number 1206. Ooh. I mean, we've won all of our other games, right? We can be a little bit greedy. I say that because, like, if we lose one, it's okay. We've won the other ones. If we get any 1-drop lifelinker, a Soul Warden, or a Healer's Hawk or anything like that, this becomes a very good hand. So I think we'll keep it. Are we in the mirror? We might be. Do we both miss our 1-drops though? Oh my god, I'm drawing so poorly. I need to hit a land now. This is not good. I do play 4 Lindens, but it's one of those decks. Okay. We may just be screwed here. If they're playing 9 lives in Solemnity, we have... actually, there is a way to beat it. We do have the Conclave Tribunals. I think I have to drop Soul Warden here. Give them 1 counter on their 9 lives. Okay, surprised we didn't see Solemnity. They might be waiting to board wipe as well. I think we drop Linden just to be mana efficient. We could also drop... If we drop Linden, then when we drop Heliod, it'll be a creature, which will trigger Soul Warden as well. Now, of course, things can't get counters, but we do gain the... Oh, sorry. They don't have Solemnity now. I'm just so used to playing this deck when they already have the combo, and that we don't get that those counters. The good thing is that if they do play Solemnity... Oh, that makes it hard. But the good thing is that if they do play Solemnity, the counters don't fall off of Ajani's Pridemate, which is nice. Okay, we'll play our Heliod. It is a creature, it'll trigger that. Let's just put it here. I don't think it really matters where it goes. Okay, so we have our Conclave Tribunal. Oh, whoops. But I need to hold this for the inevitable Solemnity. If they ever draw into it. We could also just eat a board wipe, but luckily we have a lot in hand to refill. Immortal Sun, that'll get them through their deck a little bit faster. That is kind of a pain in the butt if we were to draw our Ajani. But our Ajani wouldn't answer the Solemnity thing either. Okay, let's just drop... We'll drop both of these. I'll drop the Priest first so it can be on the same level as Pridemate. Even though, like I said, damage doesn't really matter. Okay, go to combat. it does matter, but it doesn't matter, you know, like all these triggers. We'll just keep putting them here. We got one more. So if we were playing anybody else that didn't have 9 lives, we'd be in really, really good shape. Okay, Idyllic Tutor, so that's gonna find their Solemnity. This is when it reaches 9, right? That they die. Oh, there's the Wrath. Okay. So we do have to rebuild. If we play Healer's Hawk and Linden, our Heliod can attack again. The good thing is we still have the 4 mana for Conclave Tribunal, even without the creatures. Doesn't matter. Okay, so 1 goes to 6, 1 goes to 5. It's very annoying when they get 2, that those stack like that. There they go, they play the Solemnity. We'll have to Conclave Tribunal. Now, even if they play another one, we do... I think we run 4 Conclave Tribunals. I'm pretty sure. Ah, Settle the Wreckage. Oh. I think we lost. I'm pretty sure we lost. That does get through our deck, though. Like a decent amount. We had to attack because we had to try to hit them for as much as possible to get through their 9 lives. Okay, there's another Solemnity. And Approach. Oh my god. Yeah, we can play both of these. So Heliod will be a creature. Okay, we have like 6 turns until they win with Approach. We need to get rid of Solemnity before we can even start doing anything to 9 lives. They might just get another one. You get a Gideon's Intervention. God, these decks are so annoying. I mean, we're probably just going to concede here. Yeah, I can't cast any more Conclave Tribunals, and they have a third 9 lives. That's GG's right there. I'll just say good game. Wait to see if they respond. Okay, well, we're going to concede. 9 lives. The one thing that can beat an aggro deck is not being able to take any damage. Literally at all. So, yeah, very tough matchup for us. Because we can't play that many control effects. Because we need all the aggro pieces. I think this is going to be my last game. Istude. Let's see what they've got. Hopefully we can end it on a win. Yeah, this is good enough. We don't go first, which kind of sucks, but the Healer's Hawk and Priest it's good enough, I guess. Okay, hopefully they're not playing 9 lives in Solemnity. Okay, hitting that third land is actually very good for us. My cat just ran into the room. That's what I was looking at. It kind of scared me. Okay, let's see. What are you playing? Is it... Oh, okay. I said is it as in like is it, and then I was going to say Jund or Rakdos or something, but they're legit playing is it. Get it? Is it? Am I going to get countered on this? Am I going to get... Okay. Oh, I'm just going to get Fire Prophesied. Okay. That's annoying. So if you want to go a little bit slower with things like this with Hollow Priest, I could have played like Alsades first, and then next turn when I had 3 mana I could have played the Hollow Priest, so if they try to target it I could protect it with Alsades. I just don't like going slow. So I don't do that. Let's go with, I think Heliod is the better move to try to get my Healer's Hawk bigger. No, let's make them try to waste removal on Linden. Because Linden's a great card. But in terms of threats, you could argue that Heliod's a bigger threat. Flame Sweep. Oh yeah, Storm's Wrath. One of the two. Okay. We're gonna play Heliod and Alcades. So when we get wiped like that, it is very hard to rebuild our board state. You saw it in the last game as well. Unfortunately, Daxos will not get us to... Okay. We need good draws. That's honestly decent. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It will give us some life gain triggers, yeah. Let's put it on here. Maybe I should have been protecting Daxos with that. I'm trying to get both of them to be high enough to where Storm's Wrath doesn't do anything. They do shock that in, that's interesting. Devil's Play, alright. Well, I guess we drop a Healer's Hawk, and then we'll give this lifelink. So, I'm not really sure what they're playing besides, is it creature removal? Because that's all they're doing right now. Maybe I'm waiting for like an expansion explosion that's just gonna rock me out of nowhere. Okay, they flash back the Devil's Play to get rid of my Hawk. Okay, we will give that lifelink again to build the Ajani's Pridemate up to 3. We're actually going to put the counter on Ajani's Pridemate. I had to add. RIP. Okay. We put it on Ajani's Pridemate. Yeah, I was going to say to try to make them spend more than just like a lightning strike. Or a, you know, like a shock or something like that. But of course they have another Devil's Play in hand. They're probably going to play it again to kill like our Soul Warden. We are getting in for 2 damage every time though. Let's go ahead and put it on the Leonin. Looks like they're getting a little bit flooded. And we're due to get flooded in a second. Okay, they do flash back their Devil's Play. What'd I tell you? Due to get flooded. Give Soul Warden lifelink. Okay, well, we're gonna slowly bop them with Soul Warden, I guess. If we hit a Linden, that would be really, really good, because the 3 devotion will make Heliod a creature. Whenever Sage of the Falls or another non-human creature enters the battlefield, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Odd choice, but okay. Huh. I feel like there's better creatures than that. Okay, we might conclave the search. Let's see. If we get rid of Sage of the Falls, right now we're in for 3 damage. That puts him down to 6. We can get our Soul Warden up to 4. But I feel like search is going to be a bigger issue for us. You have 7 or more cards. They definitely have 7 or more cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they only have 6. Okay, but then they can put it in their graveyard. Yeah, so let's go ahead and conclave that their search. Because that would just give them too much card advantage. Because right now we're both kind of top decking. Which means that I'm not going to kill this Sage of the Falls. Because I can just freely block it. But I do make my Soul Warden a little bit bigger. Okay, so I see that they have a Teferi. Niv Mizzet. That's going to be an issue for us. I need to conclave that. I think we might be screwed. So like, as you could see at the beginning of the video, whenever people can't go very quick, like we have the advantage. like if they're not able to control us in the early rounds, but then whenever it, like with this game, whenever it reaches a later round, it becomes quite a pain in the butt. So I don't see them blocking this because I don't think they want to lose their Niv Mizzet. But at the same time, they are just going to eat 6 damage. I don't know why they attacked with their Sage. Do I put it on Leonin? I guess so. We can go ahead and do that. Okay, so they're going to put the target on Soul Warden. Storm's Wrath. Oh, they're going to draw the card and then they're going to kill... Damn. So they're going to kill our Soul Warden even though they're beefy. We should have put the counter on Soul Warden. But hindsight's 2020. Okay, let's see. What could we draw here that would allow us to win? Not even our Johnny would let us win because we're still only at 35. That doesn't really do it. We only need to get in for 3 damage, but I think they're gonna control the game from here on out. I should have done that at their end step, honestly. Or maybe when they're attacking. Because they can just do a damage to the... Yeah, that's why I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, they're saying good game because like they have such an advantage, and I'm probably gonna concede. I just don't really see what besides Niv Mizzet. Oh, do they just shuffle their graveyard in? That's kind of weird. Why would you play that and also play Search? Oh well. But yeah, we're just gonna take the loss. Okay, we get it. Good game. Like, we get it. You're a loser. It's fine. Okay, what was that, like 5 games? 6 games? Well, we had a pretty good ratio of wins and losses. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And don't forget, if we hit 50 subs by the time that Zendikar Rising drops in paper, not on Arena because that's pretty soon. If we hit 50 subs, then I will do a giveaway. Details for that will be on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, do all that kind of stuff, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
You